Well, you just saw an NCAA tournament team. I mean, that team they'll dominate their league. If you look at what they've done, you look at their record, and then you look at who they've played. All road games: Gonzaga, Kansas, Syracuse, Ohio State, Washington State. I mean, and they've taken those. Ohio State and them were tied with 5 minutes ago. We saw in the film. They went to overtime with Washington State. They played Syracuse way better than we played Syracuse. They had the same problem at Kansas as we did, but I think everybody will. That was a really good win for us. Really good win for us. And I talked to Hipsher, who's coached as long as I have, and neither one of us can ever remember seeing a game where one team had 4 guys with 20 points in it. And to have that kind of depth and that kind of round play, and to have 26 assists on 30-some baskets against that team with that big dude in there blocking everything, I'm really pleased.
Questions for student athletes?
And Nick, you and I talked, and you said you were struggling with your confidence for a little while there. You had that big night against Oral Roberts, and the train kept rolling tonight, didn't it?
Oh yeah, I just pretty much get frustrated on myself. Kampe don't really worry about me because he knows what type of player I am. So Kampe talked to me before the game at Oral Roberts and said, just go out there and be yourself, just relax. And then I took 2 deep breaths, and then ever since then I just play my game, be myself, be who I am, and help the team. That's what it's about. It's about the team. It's not about me.
And who he is a really good player.
And Braylon, same deal with you. Struggling with your confidence a little bit as well. You come up in the Oral Roberts game, knocked down those 2 free throws you had to have, and then tonight we all saw what happened.
Yes, sir. At the end of the day, like Nick said, it's about the team. So whatever I can do to contribute or help out, that's what I'm trying to do. Whether it's free throws, scoring, passing, defense, whatever it is.
Braylon, how different was tonight, their length and kind of their speed, and just in terms of you kind of having to have control of this game, not turn the ball over, and how that feel and how difficult was it against them?
The big guy down there definitely caused problems changing up shots, but this is probably the first and only time I'll play against a guard same size, if not shorter than me. So I just felt an advantage, and I tried to take care of it with Kendrick out and try to be another scoring option for us tonight.
Did you want Coach to call it clear out and dump it to you in the post? Did you want to back it down?
Definitely. Maybe next time.
All right.
Braylon, a couple of years ago, Terry Foss referred to Nick as the spiritual leader on the team. As his teammate, how would you describe his presence on the court and in the locker room?
It's big. He keeps us together. When teams go on runs and he see our heads down and we're in a tough spot. Nick is always there. It's good to hear his voice to let us know that everything is still good. We just have to regroup and play our brand of basketball. So Nick is big for us, and we'll definitely miss all our seniors next year. But Nick, he's special.
And Nick, how does that help you with your confidence hearing that?
It helps me a lot, just knowing that the guys, they listen to what I say, because I try to be that leader that I am, and I try to let the guys know, because I've been in situations they've been in, like Braylon. He's a sophomore, but it's mistakes out there that you cannot make. That's why Kampe's always on him. But I want to be there in his ear to talk to him, to help him learn from that, because I was in those same positions that he was in. So it's a big thing that I take care of.
I feel like collectively in the second half, you guys probably moved the ball as well as you have all year. I mean, was there anything different you guys, or anything the coaches were telling you, or was it just a matter of execution?
I would say today it just felt like we had an advantage when we pushed the ball, and when we pushed the ball and threw the ball ahead, it seemed like there was a lot of options. So that gave opportunity for us to share the ball, and there's no selfish guys on this team, so whenever there's an opportunity to give another player a basket, we're all for it.
Nick, is that in the game plan that they got 7-2 guys, so we got to push it to beat him down the court? Were you looking to see where he was sometime?
No, that's just our offense. I mean, transition, Coach Kampe tell us, run up the court, go, go, go. That's just us. He was a good shot blocker, but it wasn't really keeping our eyes on the swivel for him. Kampe was telling us to go into him, get him in foul trouble, you know. So that's just our offense. That's just what we do.
Any more questions for student athletes? All right, thanks, guys.
Can I ask Gentry?
Questions for Coach?
Coach, you guys are one of the better transition teams in the country. Was that a goal of yours tonight to get out and run a little more?
Well, we wanted the big guy to have to run. If we set up and let him stand there at the front of the rim, it was going to be a long night. So we wanted to get up the floor and get up the floor and get up the floor and make him run. And I thought we did a good job of that. You know, we didn't have the greatest shooting night ever, but we shot 50% because we got to the rim so much. So, you know, I think we're always going to run, but even more so tonight. And I think that their defense, you know, is pretty good initially, but if you can break it down, that they didn't have a four-man. And if you could get through that, Jalen should have had a good game. And Beck should have been able to score against them. So I think we did what we wanted to do.
Philip, you said in the past that you would rather have Braylon run your offense and score as much as he did, but considering that you have 4 different players with 20 points or more, are you a little more forgiving, so to speak?
Well, I think that in this particular game, and there's going to be, in 34 games this year, there's going to be 6 games like this where Braylon, the way they're defending, Braylon's going to have to make some shots. And if he keeps knocking some threes in, then they'll stop leaving him. Most teams, you know, they run to Kendrick, they run to Martez, they run to Jalen, and they do it off his man because he's not scoring. And a game like this will hopefully now, the other teams will have film, and they'll have to make a decision. And Braylon can keep making, I mean, his shots were wide open, and he didn't force anything. He had to take those shots, and he made them. And if he can continue to do that with confidence, that's going to help everybody else. He's not going to, you know, especially when Kendrick gets back, he's not going to have nights like 22 points, but he can have 13 assists almost every night. And, you know, he still made some critical errors down the stretch. And I told him in the locker room, he played phenomenal, but there were 3 big mistakes that are going to cost us a game. And you can play that great and still lose. And fortunately, we got around those mistakes. But we were not, for a veteran team, we were not very smart the last 5 minutes, and that's concerning to me. Now again, we didn't have Kendrick, and so we're trying to win a close game. It's only the second time this year we've played a close game, and it's the first time this year we played a close game ahead. You know, at Oral Roberts, we were up 2, up 4, they were up 1, you know, so it wasn't really protecting a lead. So this is the first time we've protected a lead down the stretch. We didn't do it well, but we survived. And hopefully we've got film to learn from it, and we will.
So I was gonna ask you, how difficult is that, where you tell the guys to push, and then with 2 minutes to go, like Martez is going to the rim, shot clock at 22.
But he's been there before.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, this isn't his first rodeo. And he's got to learn. And what I told him is, you're going to get the ball, and you're going to get it out, and we're clocked down, and we're going to clear out once you play. And they can't guard you. 2 times we did it, they fouled him. And why he felt, you know, I'm going to jack that up, I don't know. I'm just going to have to show it to him, and we're going to just have to continue to talk about it. I'm not sure we're the smartest team that ever played. And we should be with all the veteran minutes that we have. We've been there. Not this year as a team, but Martez, Nick, like to pass Nick through. You know, that shouldn't happen. And, you know, hopefully it won't again.
Did you feel the same way about the angles you guys were getting the ball into and some of the decision, the extra pass in that second half at times? Or
Yeah, I mean, I think, but I mean, we've played here 6 times now, 3 exhibitions and we've been all 6 games in this place. We've been a juggernaut on offense. The 3 games on the road that we weren't, Kendrick played on 1 leg, and Toledo's a good offensive team, and we had a week of practice where nobody practiced, and you knew we weren't going to do anything that night. And then the Syracuse, the zone, we didn't play well against it. And then Kansas is, I mean, I just can't even tell you how good Kansas is, and in that building, and the momentum, and we had open looks early and couldn't make them, and it was like going over a waterfall, man, you can't stop yourself. And so I throw that game out. So in those 3 games, we were really good offensively at Oral Roberts too. Those 3 games, I think there's a reason we weren't good offensively. But the 6 times we've played here, and the Oral Roberts game on the road, we can score the ball from multiple positions. We move the ball, we're unselfish, there's nobody out there hunting for their shots. And, you know, I mean, think about, we have yet to play a game. We have yet to play a game with our team, healthy with our team. We've yet to do that. So if we can continue to get better, Beck got good minutes, Braylon, you know, this was great for him. If we can continue to do that until we get healthy, which is probably a couple weeks away, this is only gonna make us stronger. So we just gotta keep pushing forward. We came into the season thinking, well, we can get ranked and we can do this, and we got thrown a curveball. And the bottom line is the league in the postseason, and this is helping us prepare for that. We may not have the record that we had hoped to have, but in the long run, who's going to remember that anyways?
Any other questions?
Do you think they having, I think you guys have had like 7 or 8 shots blocked a game. Do you think that
Yeah.
some of that's a quality?
We're leading the world in getting shots blocked. I like the fact that we're attacking. But we have to learn to attack a little bit smarter. I got mad at Beck at the end. I told him that kid wasn't gonna guard him. I want him to take the ball. I want you to drive it right to the front of the rim. I want you to come to a 2-footed shot fake and go up through him. And he went right to the front of the rim and just went right up, which is what he's been doing. Hipsher broke down all his misses at the rim this year, and there are a lot of them. He broke them down on tape and sat down with the kid this morning and showed them to him. I told him in the timeout, and he still goes out and does it. Until he learns he's not playing against unathletic high school kids and that he's in their big time now, he's going to continue to do it. And I'm going to continue to scream and yell at him, and it's going to be my job to get him to stop doing it. But we're going to get our shots blocked a lot if we play like that.